opinion. And I feel the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu down to the past administration, on my own view as a citizen, is not working. So I would be asking a question from the past administration. I would want my able, ever ready brother, Mr. Exclusive, to just give us a brief analysis or a preamble about the late President Muhammadu Buhari administration, the goods and the disadvantages of his administration. Mr. Exclusive, you are welcome. So just
Thank you very much.
say something to us. Audience are listening, Nigerians are listening to us. What do you have to say about the administration of late President Muhammadu Buhari from 2015 down to 2023? Socially, economically, disadvantages, advantages. Just sum it up.
Okay. Thank you very much, and welcome back to us again. The tenure of a former president, or sorry, late president Muhammadu Buhari came as a result of, I would say, the cry of the people, because I felt like the tenure of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was not working.
Okay.
And why they feel that was as a result of the security issues. Yeah, because it was one of the major issue. I think it was during the time of the Chibok girls, right? Yes. So that was the major issue. Security issue was one of the major issue why that tenor was crying for a switch. Yes. So which led from PDP becoming APC. Sorry to say that's the reign of the presidency moving from PDP to down to APC. Yes, and security was one of the major issues. Now, if you can recall, the one of the major statements of former president or late president Muhammad Buhari was change. Yes, change in the sense that change in all aspects, security wise, change in corruption, change in this, change in that. But as you know, such policies, such clamor and all that still was not what realized, because up to today we still don't know the headway as regarding the Chibok girls and the whole situation. So former president Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was removed from office, even though I will use the word the election was funny, but he did not fight for it simply because he wanted peace. Yes, I will give kudos to the president that he's a man of peace. Yes, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Yes, he's a man of peace. In spite of the fact that the election did not work in his favor, he did not use his power as the president to
Commander in chief
exactly to overturn the situation. So I will give kudos to it. So when Muhammadu came about with his
president.
yes, with his vice, that's president, the person of Professor Yemi Osinbajo. Yes, the clamor for change, talk about change and all that.
Several
Change, yes, change begins with you. Change begins with you. Yes, he declared his asset, said he has number of cows and all that.
True.
Even down to his second tenure, the amount of cows he said did not increase, did not reduce. In spite of all these celebrations and all that,
political.
it did not increase, it did not reduce. So let's leave that aside. Yes, one of the things I can say was a nice one in this tenor, because definitely in every good side or bad side, in every good side there's a bad side, in every bad side there's a good side. So one of the good thing I would say about this tenor was the TSA, single treasury account. Yes, because why we say that, because there are so many persons. We as Nigeria, we have, sorry to say, but corruption is at its highest peak.
It is.
Because you see a person working in two or three government establishments, collecting salaries here, collecting salary here.
That's Nigerian.
Yes, yeah. So I would say that helped towards curb that excesses, as you cannot be working in the Ministry of Education, any salary there, and also being in the Ministry of let's say aviation, and also collecting salary under the same government. So that single treasury account helping cutting that excesses. So I would say that was a nice reform. It was a super reform. But
is it during the administration of uh, Muhammadu Buhari?
yes,
Okay.
it was during his administration. So that helped in cutting that excesses. But as you know, it was during the time of Muhammadu Buhari that, in fact, the Chibok girls'
Yes.
cries and all that became very elaborate. In fact, it became very pronounced. From there, it now became X-Men. From X-Men, it became bandits and so on and so forth. Yes, from the Borno crisis to so many states that, in fact, so many northern states are almost empty because, in fact, it's unsafe for you to visit some of these states.
Sure.
Yes, so during this tenure, the tenure of President Muhammadu Buhari, that all of this came about. So those are just a few points I can be able to outline for now, but I'll come up with some other ones in due course. Thank you very much.
You said it all, particularly on that topic, on that aspect. This is hashtag politics today. I have a question to ask to Mr. Sagashos Bro, a political analyst of his age, concerning the administration of Muhammadu Buhari on insecurity. Particularly, I want to say this. What were, based on your own opinion, what were the lapses or ways you felt President Muhammadu Buhari would have handled this insecurity of the nation? Because during the time of Muhammadu Buhari, we're having Fulani herdsmen, bandits, unknown gunmen, raping, kidnapping, stealing, and all of that. As a citizen of Nigeria that we are, which are entitled to it, what are your opinions? What do you think I would have done better to improve the security architecture of Nigeria during his administration?
During the late President Muhammad Buhari administration, most of the issues we started having, I think, was not even under bomb blast, but bomb blast was
Yes,
more with
yes,
Jonathan
yes,
administration.
exactly.
But it's we now started having issue of
Kidnapping,
yes. And,
Or
you
that
know,
they
most times he didn't handle it very well from the beginning. You know, most of these things, if you don't handle it properly from the beginning, it escalates. That's how it is. And once it escalates, people began to give it the importance. And once you begin to give it that importance, or once you begin to make it look vital, other groups begin
to spring.
to spring forth. I know Nigeria is a complex
because
state.
you are enabling the act of
Nigeria is a
kidnapping.
complex state.
Complex.
Very complex.
Too complex.
Wherever you do, people tag tribalism, tag nepotism.
That's another
to it.
problem.
If I remember when these people from the other aspects, the
Militant.
IPOP from that other
Okay,
side,
from the Biafra.
the way he handled it was different from the way he handled the other people from the side.
Using different ideology.
So the IPOP were giving a lot of operation. I remember Operation Python dance,
Yes.
People that dance, people that smile.
That's but some of those things were not replicated as where we also needed the same crocodile to smile.
That's true.
These were the issues.
That's true.
Crocodiles were no longer smiling there.
He didn't handle it very well. He didn't handle it as the president of Nigeria. He handled it as a premier of his own zone.
Yes.
So
Tribalism.
those are the issues. So, but if you have handled it as
The
a president of Nigeria, if someone like Obasanjo, yeah, Obasanjo, this is the tribalized president. He will have done something better.
That's true.
He might not be able to eradicate everybody, at least to some extent. We won't have had what we. And the tribalism landmark has already started on his administration. The current one now is the same, almost the same thing. So he said, "I will continue from where he stopped."
Exactly.
That was his words.
So those days when Jonathan was there, I was already having sense. You will say appointment based on merit, appointment based on capacity,
Exactly.
but now appointments are based on where I came from.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
What you have done for me.
These are the
Exactly.
issues that we are having in this country. So if we can eschew tribal dualisms, then we will not have issues. So that is just it. So that's how you didn't have it as a Nigerian president. If you have a Nigerian president, we'll not be having the issue we're having at the moment.
Wow.
Though he tried to cut infrastructure, yes, I'll give him that credit.
True.
The second Nigerian president there that he did, I think